How humanitarian aid is destroying Haiti. All right, so before I get into this topic, I want to say something. There's been a lot of people commenting on the Facebook page, inboxing me in the messages, commenting on the YouTube page, and I must say, there are a lot of very woke, very intelligent, very smart Haitians, Haitian Americans, Haitian Canadians, wherever you may be, that are sharing your thoughts. And it's to be commended. But also, that is why it is so important that you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. Like the content, share it if you feel so, because where I'm trying to go is to a place where I could have call-ins, where we could have a debates and have a panel, on the weekends where people could come and actually discuss things. So, and if you can't join us by, donating, like, through the Patreon, we got Winnie Fred here. Thanks to her, she's a supporter. I know everybody can't do that, but if you do, you do get listed on the website so people could see that you're supporting some real change in Haiti and information. But subscribing really helps because right now, if half the people on the Haiti Sentinel page were to subscribe to the YouTube page, we'd be able to go live and be monetized. And that's a very, very big move. Um, and if half the people on the Defend Haiti page, which has about 50,000 on it, oh man, we'd really be killing it right now. So do your part, subscribe, um, thumbs up so that the content could be shared. And that's a way to really help out if you can't or not willing to monetarily support. But let's get into this topic: how humanitarian aid is destroying Haiti. Now, this is what I published on Haiti Sentinel, and I tried to really keep it as vanilla as possible, but it was hard. This is the original article based off of a press release coming out of the European Union. Now, the first thing I want to point out to you guys is the con job that this is. EU Commission, 9 million euros for food emergency in Haiti. It's not a forgotten crisis. Now, the first thing I want to say about humanitarian aid, it's kind of like an opioid. For those of you that don't know what opioids are, they're these very hard drugs. Like if you're in pain, they give them to you, they relieve the pain. But the problem with opioids is that if you use them when at a point when you don't need them, it begins to destroy you, destroy your organs. It becomes addictive. It becomes damaging to you. You're spending, most of the day in the bed and whatnot. And we have an opioid crisis in the United States, and now doctors are required to report when they give out opioids to make sure that they're not giving them out excessively and when the patient no longer needs them. I say this because in Haiti, we do have disasters that happen in a big way, and the effects are really felt by the people because, from failures of our government to actually develop and regulate certain things. And in those instances, humanitarian aid is definitely needed. But when we are not in such a situation, humanitarian aid becomes damaging and it becomes a bad addiction. Let's look at, for example, let me pull something up real quick. Let's look at this article right here. It says 9 million euros for food emergency in Haiti. When you first read it, you might think that, oh, the Europeans going to be sending us some money so we could handle this issue. And we do have a food crisis coming in Haiti. At least that's what all the metrics say. At least that's what all the metrics say. But let's also understand that these metrics are based uh, on a Western type of scale of hunger. And what I have learned is that the corporations that control these governments want people to eat a lot. I'm going to just show you guys this for a second. It's from my Instagram page. If you wish to follow, I'm at Mighty6'5" Max. All right. But when I went on my year and a half hiatus, I really, the way I was able to get my weight down, if you could see your boy right here, I was a big boy. I was actually almost 300 pounds. I lost a lot of that weight, put on muscle, and what really served me the most, and this was in a short time, this was like a 6-month difference, was I was eating about one meal a day, one meal every other day. Human beings have been on this planet for over 1 million years. And it's only in the past 100 years that we've actually had this availability of food. All right, that's enough for your boy. This availability of food that we have today where you can eat so many times a day, find food instantly. But before that, for millions of years, human beings, we would have to go hunt for our food. And you would go a day or two without eating and have to expend a lot of energy. Like a lot of people think, oh, if I don't eat breakfast, I'm gonna not be able to function. Nah, trust me. I've done intermittent fasting. Look it up if you're trying to really get in shape. Intermittent fasting. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot of clarity. And that's all by delaying the food. So understand, first of all, that when these metrics say that Haiti is in an emergency food crisis, it could be padded a little bit because they're using corporate types of metrics which want people to eat every day, all day, or whatnot. But when you first read this, like I was saying before, you think that, oh, they're putting 9 million euros in Haitians' pockets so they could buy food. That's not the case. It's kind of a misrepresentation. What they're really doing is allocating that money. They're saying that they're going to spend that kind of money, but all Haitians are really going to get is food shipped into the country, and that actually serves the European Union. It actually serves the United States when they say they're doing humanitarian aid, sending such and such amount of money of humanitarian aid to Haiti. That actually serves them because it's a stimulus for their economy. If you know, stimulus is when the government decides they're going to inject money into the economy so that it could kind of like get it driving again, get it moving again. This is a way that they do it. But they understand that, hey, actually buying people food and flooding and flooding our country with food with this stimulus is not going to spark business. It's not, because people are going to consume it. They're going to become dependent. So they don't want to do that. So rather, they inject into their economy the 9 million euros, but they ship the product to another country, to Haiti, where it undermines our agriculture. We have farmers in Haiti. Don't think we don't. We don't. We do have people who farm and produce in Haiti, but they can't get their farms growing. They can't get the kind of growth in their businesses and their equipment that they need, because we are importing food at such a cheap price and giving it to people, and now they can't really sell what they make. As well as for taxes. Taxes aren't paid when they send humanitarian aid. Oh, they make sure. Trust me. They make sure that, hey, they're not going to have to give the government anything to get this food in. And even if they do, it's like on some under the table corruption stuff. And I'm going to get into that a little bit later in this discussion. Not too far later. I know these videos are long, but yeah, so the roads that would have gotten food from the farm into the city where most people live, or to the north or whatever, they don't get repaired because there's no taxes being collected. And you could imagine all the other problems that spring up over that. So we're having a problem. Humanitarian aid is undermining our ability to feed ourselves and making us more dependent on the aid. And that's the con right there. And that's where it hurts Haiti when it comes to agriculture, taxes, and our ability to grow. But it also does something else. It enables corruption. One particular way is it takes the onus out of the government to do what they need to do to solve the people's problems. It pacifies the people so that they don't protest against the government because they're hungry and things aren't working. So these foreign governments are enabling corruption in Haiti. They are enablers. Like when you have a drug addict and, somebody that should be stepping in to help them get off of it, but is kind of doing things that keep them on it. That's what they're doing. They're enabling corruption in Haiti by this. They're taking the responsibility away from our government, from doing what they're supposed to do. As well, they're going to make sure to say, hey, we can't give you this unless the parliament votes in the government. And as you know, there's a big issue now because people kind of want this government gone because of all the corruption. So they're going to use this as a pawn, as a political tool to get the type of administration that they want. And the parliamentarians, they're going to go for it because they're part of the corruption as well. A good number of them. And we all saw that even with the presidential majority, the people outside protesting, they were able to stop this impeachment hearing from proceeding because it was going to fail. It wasn't going to be a good process because the evidence needed was not brought up. It's a complicated story. Maybe I might do a video on that. Comment if you want me to actually do a video on that. Otherwise, you could actually read the articles and find out what's going on with that. But the point is that we don't have lawmakers that are looking out for the people. They're getting their goods under the table. They're going to take humanitarian aid and use it for elections. People might not know this, but a lot of the aid that comes into Haiti is used politically. It's given to lawmakers. It's given to political parties like PHTK in the last election. They were giving out hot plates to get people to come out to their rallies. They eventually, in corrupt fashion with the United Nations, stole the, you know, falsified the election. But to kind of make themselves look popular, to make it plausible, they used food and aid to get people to come. There's stories about this all over the internet. This is what happens in Haiti. So it's a problem that it's a thing that has, just like how opioids destroy many organs, your liver, your heart, your lungs, everything. Humanitarian aid does the same thing. It has uh, it has a cascading series of problems that it causes in the country, and that's the big con that we're dealing with. And rather than actually solve the people's problems, we have a government now that's building an army, you know, building an army. And this army is not for anything else but to protect their corruption. I mean, come on. Who's threatening us? Who's going to invade us? Who are we really really building an army for but to attack our own people? And it's so silly. This is a government that's implicated in the massacre that happened in La Saline. And now some people are happy they're getting an army. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to wake up. Rather, an army of farmers is what we needed. An army of builders for roads, an army that could uh, uh, update our information infrastructure, our electric grid. That's what we really need. But we got these guys out here carrying these guns, semi-automatic weapons. When we know there's been fully automatic weapons coming through our customs, fully automatic weapons in the hands of gangs now that even the police can't stop them. But look at these semi-automatic guns that's gonna jam and really can't do much against that type of power. People, we all gotta wake up and see what's going on here. So, and it's not just food, like for example, we have this Chinese building this. They built this building right here for the Court of Auditors. Those are jobs. So it's not just farmers; it's people that could have, helped out with construction. People we could have hired, because the Chinese, they don't give the money, and we build this ourselves. No, they bring their own firms in. They bring their own workers in to do this. And it's not just the Chinese, it's the Dominicans too. This is another project that's about to start, but it's the Chinese doing it. But it's the Dominicans that are building our roads. For some of the roads that are being built, they're being built by Dominican firms. And the Dominicans are bringing their workers in to do it. And now, maybe some hotels are making a little bit of money, but we all know that this hotel tourism thing is not really economic growth for the Haitian people, because most of these people that own these hotels don't live in Haiti, don't pay taxes in Haiti. They're not Haitians. That's a whole nother game that we have here. And this is problematic. Problematic on a massive scale. So I do believe that's everything I wanted to say about this topic. Humanitarian aid is really a problem. And we do need to learn to stop it. And uh, my whole point of showing my physical transformation pictures is to show you that, you know, even though they say there's a crisis in Haiti, we have to understand it's tainted with a corporate with a corporate lens, which wants people to eat all the time, and is why the developed nations are leading in cancer. They're getting a lot of cancer, while Haitians in Haiti, who may not have all the same resources, they're living to 100 years old at many times. Look up intermittent fasting. You'll see it actually extends your life when you do calorie restriction. So this is a major, major con. It's destroying us, and we have to make moves to stop it. So my people, defend Haiti, Haiti Sentinel people. I already spoke earlier saying about subscribing and stuff, but uh, let me also say that, after, I build this events and dating app that's coming up, Bell Ball. There's a Facebook page for it, but I'm not doing much with it right now. Trying to get this thing, Haiti Sentinel, together. I think it's a very important step first. Trying to get, like editors and more writers, and also people that could edit the videos, so that it's not just, the screenshot thing, but also we could add, some clips and some graphics into it, it all in due time. But our, the next move after the events and dating app Bell Ball is released, we're gonna hit the ground with some grassroots work, and actually work to make change. And it's gonna be real powerful, because we're gonna have a nice information infrastructure from the Sentinel already set up. And we're also going to have, revenues coming in from the events and dating app, and an avenue to also reach people. But we're going to hit the ground running. And if you want to get involved in these things, please hit me up. I'm very open to having people on board, they sharing their ideas and working together on this thing. So I believe that's about it. Um, I'll just also mention that the project that we're going to, one of the first projects we're going to engage in is an open government initiative to get everything about our government placed online. It's going to require some legislation. So if you're a lawyer, if you have a law degree, you definitely could help with that, because it's going to require some legislation to make this a part of the Haitian government's protocol, to put decrees, to put attendance reports in Parliament, votes, all those things online. And that will be a proper foundation for everybody to know what's going on, and for us to take more action, because we're going to turn this baby around. Oh, in about a decade, no more than 2 decades, we're going to turn this baby around. But it all depends on you all. And if you don't give, definitely subscribe, like, and share. So that's about it. Love you guys. Keep up, and thank you so much. All right, bye.